Good morning, my front wheel skids. God, don't my head look fat does my head look fat in this hat? Does my head look fat in this hat, or have I just got a fat head? Good morning, my front wheel skids. How we doing? £4 a pound. You're taking a piss. Stereotype. Cockney cunt. God, mate. Well, good morning. This is the morning. Liverpool lost. Lovely, jubbly. Fuck 'em. Right, first off the bat, I got an apology to make to Bill, the change for Tottenham geezer. I called him passionate as a baked potato. Right, last night I watched Ricky Ballsacks, and you know what? He weren't as passionate as a baked potato. He was an Hasselback 5-star potato tonight, like last night. Beautiful to see John Joseph, old Jar Wobble. Lovely jubbly. Another bloke comes from my neck of the woods, says it how it is, and that's how it fucking is. Yeah, I enjoyed watching Ricky Ballsacks last night. I enjoyed Bill's take on Tottenham. I thought he was bang on, and I hope the protest goes really well, right? But there's a big but. I think next season, I think there should be more protests at the training ground, and we should try and kick off with the media, with talk shite, Sky, wind them right up. You know what I mean? Proper do the yid thing. You know, like we did with Sugar. Did you know they even took it one step further with Sugar when knocked at his front door? That's quite funny. That was. And I went to a few little rallies with my pals, with the old Yid Army as a little kid with Alan Sugar. I weren't so much little. I was quite like a babble, but you know what I mean. Yeah. What other apologies have I got? I've got to apologise to PSG because you thought you was playing a decent team. Turns out, no, come on, let's have it straight. It was a good game. You know what I mean? I enjoyed the penalties immensely. I really did. But it just shows you, doesn't it? Top teams, top managers, top players always pull it out the bag. Always pull it out the bag. Donnarumma pulled it out the bag. What a geezer. We've got football this week. D-Day, last chance saloon. The standoff in the north. Mate, do you know what? What's going to be the conclusion? I'm hoping that we win 3-1 and go through, right? All said and done, I'm hoping the rumours that Lange is fucking going, I do hope they're true. I hope the rumours that are all floating about, I hope they're all true, right? I hope it shoves it up the arsehole of the Tavistock group, shoves it up the arsehole of Enoch, right? I hope he wins the Euro Cup and then turns around and blasts the fuck out the board and walks away. That's what I hope for Ange. You know what I mean? I've got high hopes for that boy to mouth off, because I think he's stuck in an hard place at the minute regarding Daniel Levy, the little bunch of wanking coaching staff he's got. You know what I mean? Would I be happy to see Ryan Mason until the end of the season? I did say in the live that I would. Thinking about it, I need my brains tested. I was fuming. So, in that respect, I was proper fuming. And I'm not understanding Tottenham situation at the minute. I think there should be more passion. And I hope this Thursday, I hope the players just kick off. Proper kick off on the pitch. Show that aggression, show that fighting spirit. But you know what? I reckon Daniel Levy kills a bit of that. I reckon Ange gives a speech and then Daniel Levy walks in and everyone just looks at their pay packet and thinks, fuck's sake. You know what I mean? Some wankers ain't even playing on the pitch and they're getting more than us. So that's the reality of it, isn't it? You know what I mean? I did do a video last night, but I put it on private because after I watched it back, I don't normally watch them back. After I watched it back, a bunch of Carly Simons would have probably thought that video was about them when it wasn't about them. It was about Spurs, the Spurs community as a whole on YouTube, right? Now you can draw a line down the middle with regards to who goes on whose show, and you can see the little groups form, right? But then you've got the bigger channels with the 2000s plus subs and the littler channels, right? As a viewer, you know what's happened? Some of these little channels I've seen come and go. They start moaning, and you know what it's all about? It's about the chat, right? Now, say you've got the same lot of chat people going from one channel to the other, right? All spouting the same narrative. Content creators feed off that same chat. So in effect, what you have is Spurs content is the same each time you go on, each time you watch these littler channels, because they're feeding off the same chat narrative, the same chat agenda. And at the same time, most of these people ain't even Yids. They're not even Tottenham supporters. You know, I say Yid Army in the most loving way because there's no malice intended when I use the word Yid, right? I don't know why I keep justifying myself. You know, we all know the truth. You know, even Ricky Sachs don't mind saying the word. But a lot of content now, we've got to watch what we say in our own chat for fear of offending other people, and it's not on. It's not on, and in that respect, well, no, not in that respect. Let's put a full stop and underline that. What I'm trying to say is the chat. It's the same chat in the same thing. So if you go to Channel A, they're feeding off the chat. Channel A shuts down, Channel B opens up. They're feeding off the same chat people. They go from one programme to another, taking a slice of the Tottenham cake, right? So you've got the same people in the same chat spouting the same thing. So straight away, it's the same debate, it's the same narrative, it's the same agenda, right? Going through every Tottenham channel, and it gets boring. It gets really boring. It must get boring when people see me ranting time after time and time after time, right? Some people enjoy it, some people call it truth, some people don't enjoy it and they turn off after 2 minutes. That's fair enough, I understand, right? It's not like I'm doing 2.5 hours on a live where it's the same narrative, the same people in the same chat spouting the same thing. If you screenshotted the different channels and screenshotted the chat, yeah, you can guarantee some of these people spat the same thing time after time after time. You could go on there and talk about the next game and they're still spouting off the same stuff month after month, week after week, without knowing the dynamics of Tottenham, without knowing the circumstances of Tottenham, because most of them, well, say half of them, are not even Tottenham supporters. They're just sitting indoors on their computer going from one chat to the next, because content creators seem to feed off the chat, and they seem to appease the chatters when they're getting a £2 cup of coffee, right? Some of these £2 cups of coffee you may think it's okay getting £2, but in reality, it's detrimental to your channel, because what's happening, or channels, should I say, it's detrimental because what's happening is you've got the same people spouting the same narrative who are not proper Spurs fans or who support another club, and the chat's exactly the same. So your channel's exactly the same as the next one. So you only got to watch one programme and you've got the gist of it. You turn on to the next one, independent Spurs people who don't watch all the channels and are new to YouTube probably come on and think, oh, that one's the same as that one, that one's the same as that one. This is why you're not getting the subs and the likes that you want. So it's all detrimental to yourselves. It's like you're going around in circles, and you can't go round in circles on YouTube. You've got to keep creating. You've got to keep it real. You know, there's not many channels that keep it real. This is why you find Last Word at Spurs, Tottenham Away, Football Heritage. They do, at least, and We Are Tottenham, at least they keep it real in one respect, that they don't keep on, well, some of them do keep on with the same agenda and the same narrative, but the chat is mainly Spurs fans, not every other fan. So, and that's a lot with the smaller ones, because the smaller ones seem to think that, oh, well, maybe I ain't got loads of Spurs fans, maybe I've got loads of different football fans, and then they feed into that. Time and time again, I've seen it where it's a Spurs channel, and then all of a sudden, it turns not into a Spurs channel and just more like a football channel talking about football. And it gets boring because a lot of your subbers were Spurs fans in the beginning. Like a lot of my subbers are Spurs fans. So when I click it up and do a little review or change it up a little bit, I understand that they will get bored because they don't want to watch me doing bullshit. They wanted to watch me to talk about Spurs. Right, so I do apologise to my subbers for that, but I got ADHD, and put up with me. Put up and shut up, please. You know what I mean? I do love yous all, and when we are playing well, I will start doing more Spurs content. But at the minute, I'm not feeding into at least I'm not feeding into the same chat, the same narrative, the same people on the same chat spouting the same shit. And this is the reason why I've got a little following, not a big following, because I won't feed into that and get myself the extra subs off of, you know what I mean, Tom, Dick and Harry. It ain't worth it. It just ain't worth it. You know, you've got to organically grow your channel, but you can't do it when you're appeasing other football teams on your channel, other football supporters on your channel. It's really hard. And I think as a viewer, I think that's where a lot of them fail. They get to a pivot, they get to a plateau, and it will just stay there. It will just stay there. Unless you keep doing a few lives where you're talking about Tottenham, and predominantly Tottenham, and having predominantly Tottenham in the chat, that's when you're going to find your channel growing. And that's where you want to be. All right, I've got someone abusing me from a window in a minute, so I'm going to have to go out there and fucking gird your car, son, the fucking bitch all over the fucking place. Anyway, have a lovely day. God bless. It's 13 minutes. Hope you enjoyed this little bit of content. I ain't got a lot of content this week because I've got loads of different appointments and stuff like that. I ain't been well. Don't want no sympathy. I'm getting on with it. Take care. God bless. Have a good day. And yeah, don't feed into it, content creators. Don't feed into the clicks. They're only trying to take a bit of your, what do you call it? A bit of your gusto. Only trying to take a slice of the Tottenham cake. And that Tottenham cake ain't big enough. It ain't. They don't deserve it. A lot of these football clubs, a lot of these football supporters, they don't deserve to be having their super chats waxed up everywhere, because they just talk absolute fucking nonsense. And I mean absolute nonsense. When I see a super chat from an Arsenal supporter, you know what I'll go and do? I'll cough my guts up, or I'll go and make a cup of tea. Because I have no interest in what other football supporters think of Tottenham. I have no interest Yeah, and that's the God's honest truth. All right, and there's, if I think like that, then you can bet your bottom dollar that there's 100 people think like that, and bet your bottom dollar if there's 100 people think like that, there's 1,000 people think like that. Yeah, so keep it real. Everyone likes to have a pop at Tottenham away, football heritage. We are Tottenham, Ricky Ballsack's last word at Spurs. Everyone likes to have a pop at them, but in reality, at least the the actual Tottenham content is there with Tottenham supporters. You know what I mean? I mean, take for instance, a totally different channel with a really good creative theme, the Hotspur Hippie. Yeah, it was predominantly Tottenham chat. That's why people went there. It was predominantly Tottenham. It was positive. It was the bipolar opposite to a lot of the big channels, because win, lose or draw, Mr. Hotspur Hippie was a proper Spurs supporter. You know what I mean? Now we're seeing Spurs supporters, they don't know what to do. You know, they're getting other creators on who's got another team, and then they're losing half their Spurs content subscribers not watching, because we don't want to watch that. We don't want to watch that. We're Yid Army, bruv. We're Tottenham. Anyway, have a good day. God bless. I hope that come across nice without offending anyone. It was just a viewer's take on Tottenham channels, yeah? So I've mentioned all the Tottenham channels, all the popular ones, all the honest ones. And have a good day. Love yous all.